Hello, Alaupa, dear friends. Welcome back to another reading of the World Order of Baha'u'llah. Today we are going to be reading the last section of the first letter written in 1929, February 27th of 1929. And it's one of those sections that appears to be very time bound. It is about the situation in Egypt at that time, but it really gives us great insight into our lives and the building of the Baha'i world order. So I'm excited to jump in with you. First, I just want to address that I am in Texas. It is snowing, which to some of you might seem like no big deal, but to Texans, this is extremely weird, at least where I am. And I have been so lucky. I have had very few power outages, and I am well. My love and prayers go out to everyone who has been suffering a great deal, and to all of the amazing souls that have arisen to bring people in and serve in various ways. So that is the status update on Texas. I'm looking at the window. I wish I could show you here. It's snowing and it's so atypical. Also, I wanted to be sure that you knew about my project 19 Days of Inspiration coming up. It is daily art and devotional emails each morning of the Bahai Fast, each of those 19 days. And this will be the fourth year for the project. I have links below for you to quickly and easily sign up. I honor your information. It's kept private and it's completely free. And I would absolutely love to take this fasting journey with you. So please sign up. All right, my friends, jumping in to this last section of this first letter in the World Order of Baha'u'llah, situation in Egypt. And I actually wanted to highlight the very last part first because it bears repeating, and I think this is something that we can take with us all of our lives and keep in mind. So he closes this letter, Shoghi closes this letter saying, whatever the outcome of this mighty issue, and none can fail to appreciate the incalculable possibilities of the present situation. And of course, he's speaking about a specific one, but I would like to propose that we can take this to be the world situation that we find ourselves in. We can rest assured. So whatever the outcome of these individual situations, and they are important, we can rest assured that the guiding hand that has released these forces will, in his inscrutable wisdom and by his omnipotent power, continue to shape and direct their course for the glory, the ultimate emancipation, and the unqualified recognition of his faith. So whatever the outcome of these situations, we can rest assured that the guiding hand that has released these forces will, in his inscrutable wisdom and his omnipotent power, continue to shape and direct their course for the glory, the ultimate emancipation, and the unqualified recognition of his faith. Just a reminder that in all circumstances, God is watching, God knows, and God knows what he's doing. That's how I understand that. Okay, so now I'm going to start at the beginning of this section, situation in Egypt. I have already referred in my previous communications of January 10th, 1926 and February 12th, 1927, to the perplexing yet highly significant situation that has arisen in Egypt as a result of the final judgment of the Muslim ecclesiastical court in that country pronounced against our Egyptian brethren, denouncing them as heretics, expelling them from their midst, and refusing them the application and benefits of the Muslim law. I have also acquainted you with the difficulties with which they are faced and the plans which they have conceived in order to obtain from the Egyptian civil authorities a recognition of the independent status of their faith. It must be explained, however, that in the Muslim countries of the Near and Middle East, with the exception of Turkey, which has lately abolished all ecclesiastical courts under its rule, every recognized religious community has, in matters of personal status such as marriage, divorce, and inheritance, its own ecclesiastical court, totally independent of the civil and criminal tribunals, there being in such instances no civil code promulgated by the government and embracing all the different religious communities. Hitherto, regarded as a sect of Islam, the Baha'is of Egypt, who for the most part are of Muslim origin and unable therefore to refer for purposes of marriage and divorce to the recognized religious tribunals of any other denomination, find themselves in consequence in a delicate and anomalous position. They have naturally resolved to refer their case to the Egyptian government and have prepared for this purpose a petition to be addressed to the head of the Egyptian cabinet. In this document, they have set forth the motives compelling them to seek recognition from their rulers, have asserted their readiness and their qualifications to exercise the functions of an independent Baha'i court, and assured them of their implicit obedience and loyalty to the state, and of their abstinence from interference in the politics of their country. You see how relevant this is? They have also decided to accompany the text of their petition with a copy of the judgment of the court, with selections from the Baha'i writings, and with the document that sets forth the principles of their national constitution, which, with few exceptions, is identical with the declaration and bylaws promulgated by your assembly, the U.S. and Canada. I have insisted that the provisions of their constitution should, in all its details, conform to the text of the Declaration of Trusts and Bylaws which you have established, endeavoring thereby to preserve the uniformity which I feel is essential to all Baha'i national constitutions. I would like, therefore, in this connection, to request of you what I have already intimated to them, that whatever amendments you may decide to introduce in the text of the Declaration and Bylaws should be duly communicated with me, that I may take the necessary steps for the introduction of similar changes in the text of all other national Baha'i constitutions. I can see this, this organic body, that on the one hand he wants a cohesion, a uniformity of these national Baha'i constitutions, but that there's also this room for the national body to make judgments and amendments based on where they sit, where they see things needing to be amended, and then how that influences the whole. Like it's the frontiers of learning. It's this organic global process of something truly grassroots, and that Shoghi Effendi gave National the freedom to do that, and then say, but tell me, so that we can work it into all of the constitutions, if of course the guardian saw fit. Very interesting. It will be readily admitted that in view of the peculiar privileges granted to recognized religious communities in the Islamic countries of the Near and Middle East, the request which is to be submitted by the Baha'i Egyptian National Assembly to the government of Egypt is more substantial and far-reaching than what has already been granted by the federal authorities to your assembly. For their petition is chiefly concerned with a formal request for recognition by the highest civil authorities in Egypt of the Egyptian National Spiritual Assembly as a recognized and independent Baha'i court, free and able to execute and apply in all matters of personal status such laws and ordinances as have been promulgated by Baha'u'llah in the Kitabi Aqdas. That's really huge. I have asked them to approach informally the authorities concerned and to make the fullest possible inquiry as a preliminary measure to the formal presentation of their historic petition. Any assistance which your assembly, after careful deliberation, may find it advisable to offer to the valiant promoters of the faith in that land will be deeply appreciated and will serve to confirm the solidarity that categorizes the Baha'i communities of East and West. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so beautiful that the guardian of the faith in 1929, this was still a very young National Assembly and community that he was writing, and he's saying, if you, after your careful deliberations, if you find it advisable to offer the Baha'is of Egypt some form of assistance, he's endorsing it. That would be a very good thing. It would be deeply appreciated and serve to confirm the solidarity that categorizes the Baha'i community of East and West. But that, obviously he's endorsing it, right? He is encouraging this idea, but at the same time, he's giving the National Assembly autonomy, freedom, whatever you decide after your consultations and careful deliberations, to assist your brothers and sisters in Egypt. I don't know what that assistance is, but I know that it would be appreciated and that it would serve the solidarity of this, brotherhood of East and West of the Baha'i Faith. Instead of just telling them what to do. Shoghi Effendi is and our institutions, and are beautiful parents who say, I don't know exactly what you're going to choose to do to help your Egyptian brothers and sisters, but I know that you're going to make the right choice and it's going to be deeply appreciated and it's going to serve a higher good. That balance of free reign, but also calling on drawing forth their loftiest capacity. That's how I see it. Whatever the outcome of this mighty issue, and none can fail to appreciate the incalculable possibilities of the present situation. Does this sound familiar? We can rest assured that the guiding hand that has released these forces will, in his inscrutable wisdom and his omnipotent power, continue to shape and direct their course for the glory, the ultimate emancipation, and the unqualified recognition of his faith. Your true brother, Shoghi. Haifa, Palestine, February 27th, 1929. Well, thank you so much for studying with me, my friends. We have concluded page 12. Woo, woo! I'm going to be gray by the time we finish this book together, but I'm really enjoying it. Thank you everyone who has helped try to boost my subscription numbers here on YouTube. I'm still in the early 700s. If I get to 1,000, I can live stream this and other content, which I think would be really neat to be able to interact with you. I can do lives on Facebook and such, but I feel like YouTube reaches more people. So I would really appreciate you subscribing to this channel and inviting your friends to subscribe as well, so that I can get to 1,000 subscribers and actually interact with you on live videos. Until next time, my friends, I wish you the best for playing your part in making this world a better place. Catch you next time.